The art of pitting one melody against another is called counterpoint, and the counterpoint of 16th century composer Palestrina was long held up as the perfect model. For centuries, composers in the Western European tradition had to study it. Mozart had to study it, Haydn had to study it, and then recommended it to the young Beethoven. And when I went to college, I had to study it. For many of us, the way to systematically learn the art of counterpoint in the style of Palestrina came through Johann Joseph Fuchs's 1725 publication Gradus ad Parnassum, or A Step Toward Parnassus. Fuchs carries on the instruction through the imaginary dialogue between the teacher, Aloysius, and the student, Josephus. And note that if you want to study Fuchs, you better brush up on your Latin. The first lesson begins with the simplest situation where there is one note in the counterpoint created by the student for every note in the melody given by the teacher, known as the cantus firmus. Once this is mastered, the student learns how to add two notes for every one in the cantus firmus. And finally, four notes. In the Baroque and Classical period, the rise of instrumental music led to complexity far beyond the restrained counterpoint of Palestrina. Here is Beethoven, for instance, writing counterpoint with 6 notes for every note in the given melody. Let's speed that up a little. And even more. Notice that the counterpoint is now moving so fast that the notes blur together, and we have more of a violin whirlwind weaving its way around the melody. This leads me to the upcoming February 8th concert by the Wilmington Symphony, in which several of the works show even further developments in this kind of rapid counterpoint. In Richard Wagner's Prelude to Die Meistersinger, the violins provide as many as 8 notes for every note in the tune. At full speed. And in Wagner's contemporary Johannes Brahms's Academic Festival Overture, it's all 8 notes to 1. And this complexity is in service of the student drinking song, "Let Us Be Happy While We Are Young." The extreme example of rapid counterpoint is in Ravel's Daphnis and Chloë suite, where we have 12 notes to 1. Let's speed that up. This sounds less like counterpoint and more like breezes rippling through the trees. In other words, a sound effect. As an orchestral composer myself, it's fascinating to learn how such dazzling musical textures are created, and I encourage you to sometimes divert your attention away from the main tune and see what some of the other sections of the orchestra are providing. Our upcoming concert also includes the much-anticipated return of cellist Sterling Elliott in a performance of the tuneful First Concerto of Camille Saint-Saëns. I'll see you in the Wilson Center, February 8th, 7:30 p.m.